Efficiency Experts YouTube. We just want to achieve. Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Efficiency Experts Ultimate Guide to Barbarian Assault. First, let's go over some of the basics. What is Barbarian Assault? Players can access Barbarian Assault via the second teleport on their game's necklace, or via the Barbarian Outpost teleport on Lunar Magics. A team for the minigame is comprised of 5 players, no more, no less, filling 4 unique roles: attacker, collector, healer, and defender. This means that one role will be filled by 2 players. This is most often the healer. There are several tips and tricks in order to maximize your return from Barbarian Assault. However, we'll go over those later. Firstly, you may be asking yourself, why would I want to do Barbarian Assault? The main reason to do Barbarian Assault is that it rewards a large amount of bonus experience in 3 skills: agility, fire making, and mining. Whilst BA offers up to 600k mining bonus XP per hour, or 1.5 million bonus fire making XP per hour, these are beaten by other methods, Wilderness Warbands and Book of Char respectively. The main reason most people do Barbarian Assault is for the bonus agility XP, which ranges from 408k with 15-minute queens to 510k with 12-minute queens. This easily beats any other method available in the game. To start the game, a leader or scroller, most commonly an attacker or collector, will invite 4 other players. This team will advance through 10 waves, culminating in a fight against the Pest Queen. Let's take a closer look at the responsibilities of each of these roles. Firstly, the attacker is responsible for killing the Penance Rangers and Penance Fighters. These spawn on the western side. It is important to note that the attacker should always run west of the west cannon at the beginning of spawns. As you can see, at the beginning of the wave in every 30 seconds, the attacker is responsible for calling what color egg the collector picks up. This can be done with the Penance Horn in the inventory. Once the collector has made the call of what stance should be used, the attacker needs simply to go between the westernmost and second to westernmost tunnels, killing the Penance Fighters and Penance Rangers until none remain. The attacker may have to change stances, found under HP abilities, up to 2 times during a wave. It is often considered the easiest role besides the collector because it takes the least time to complete. Because of this, it is much less important for an attacker to perform perfectly when compared to a healer or defender, and thus is the choice role for new players or players just returning to Barbarian Assault. The next role, the collector, is essentially a failsafe for when the healers or defenders do not perform perfectly. Like the attacker, they are meant to run west of the west cannon at spawn. They are responsible for calling the stances that the attacker should use, as well as picking up red and green eggs. Blue eggs can be avoided as they stun runners and healers, meaning they cannot be killed via traditional means, effectively slowing down waves. Once the red and green eggs are collected, they are fired most commonly at the odd runners on waves 3 and 6, with 3 green eggs being needed to kill a runner, or 2 red eggs. Because the collector role is mainly an insurance policy on all other waves, it is often filled by those who can't pay the required attention to do the roles of healer, defender, or attacker. Additionally, those looking to leech BA will almost always find themselves in the collector role. Unlike the attacker and collector, our next 2 roles perform exclusively on the right side of the map. My favorite role, the healer, calls for the defender and kills penance healers by using poisoned food on them. While the defender has been aided by the advent of the new interface system, the healer, who runs to the right of the right cannon at spawn, remains largely the most click-intensive of all roles. The goal of any healer is to use all 10 of their food before the call changes, with each of the healers taking 3, 4, or 5 food to kill as the waves progress. While this may not kill healers in later rounds, it will poison them. This, in conjunction with the fact that most teams require 2 healers, means that you will finish earlier, most of the time, than the defender. For those of you playing the role of healer on a resizable client, I've found that stacking your inventory 3 columns wide allows you to click on the bottom of each column, either the tofu, the crackers, or the worms, making it much easier to rapidly go between your inventory and the healer you wish to poison. Our last role, the defender, is easily the trickiest of them all. Rather than trying to fumble through my own description of the defender role, this clip is from one of the best BA teams in existence. Linked in the description is their more detailed guide on how to BA. But for now, here are the basics of defender. The defender calls the poison food for the healer to use, and drops food trying to lure penance runners to their gruesome traps. They drop the correct food southeast of the runner's spawn point to get them headed in the right direction. and then directly adjacent to their trap in order to stand on it and kill multiple runners at the same time once they step off. This is done to prevent them from needlessly having to repair their traps. Additionally, many defenders drop the incorrect food in order to steer the runners away from wandering. There are many intricacies to the defender role, however, becoming a skilled defender is the easiest way to ensure yourself a place on any team. The 10th wave is identical in spawns to wave 7, however, there is only one cannon, and at the end of the wave, the players are tasked with eliminating the Pest Queen. In order to do this, players make what is known as an Omega Egg. Creating the Omega Egg is a multi-step process that includes all members of the team. First, the collector picks up a yellow egg spawned under the Pest Queen. He gives this egg to the healer by using it on him, who then dunks the egg in one of the green pools located in the southwest of the room. The attacker, having picked spikes from the mushrooms around the room, is next. The healer gives him the egg, the attacker adds the spikes, and passes it along. Next up is the defender, who dunks the egg in lava. These 3 steps are done in a 3-square line in order to save time. Finally, the defender gives the egg back to the collector, who loads it into the cannon. Killing the queen in one shot is as simple as spamming the Omega Egg icon on the interface. This can be done with one player, however, it is much more easily achievable when multiple players click. It should be noted here that the leader of the team does not spam click the Omega Egg. It will result in only one egg being fired and you having to repeat the process all over again. So there you have it, the 4 roles of Barbarian Assault. Now that you've seen those, and hopefully have some idea of how to play the minigame, here are a few tips and tricks that will allow you to complete your waves as fast as possible. Perhaps the most important advanced tactic to Barbarian Assault is quick starting. The most common manner of quick starting simply requires players to leave and re-enter the meeting room every wave. However, there are 2 better ways to quick start. First and foremost is using the seal emote. This can be quite difficult as it often takes 2 players to perform 100% of the time. However, a safer way to ensure quick starting is to use the turkey emote. While the turkey emote can be a lot slower, especially if the wave ends instantly after killing the last runner or healer, it is the best to use if you are trying to quick start yourself, which is often the case when running with newer or less skilled teams. Next is blocking. As many of you well know, once your character stops moving, it becomes essentially a solid object that an NPC cannot walk through until another player steps on you. Those of you who have done Dwarf Traders know this all too well. However, you can also use it to your advantage at Barbarian Assault. Rogue runners can be stopped and held in their place by a player simply standing in the right place at the right time. This often allows them to be cannoned, whereas if nobody stopped them, you'd have to wait for them to respawn again, costing valuable time. Finally, quickly restarting after a queen kill is one of the subtle differences between somebody getting 500k agility XP per hour and somebody getting 400k. As you saw at the beginning of the video, there is a right way to get back to the starting room. Racing back to the starting room can also comprise some lighthearted competition, which is helpful after a sometimes stressful Pest Queen kill. So there you have it, the basics to Barbarian Assault. I quickly want to thank Shir and Bakey and everybody who got these clips for me and made the video possible. Without you guys, it would have just been a guide to the healer role, so I really appreciate it. Again, a link to their more in-depth Barbarian Assault guide can be found in the description. Please feel free to ask any questions or leave any comments you have. If you'd like to see more efficient videos, please like and subscribe. As always, happy scaping.